Hey guys, back here again, recording another Two New Yorkers. This time we're going to be reviewing a movie that we recently saw, and it is... No, it's not Spider-Man, because we haven't seen that yet, either. But it's Godzilla! Yes!
Sorry, my really bad Godzilla impression.
Well, guys, you know, we're both like huge Godzilla fans, so there was no way that we were going to pass up the opportunity to go see this film in theaters and enjoy it. And honestly, guys, we enjoyed it to hell and back.
Definitely loved it. Can't sing its praises enough. Yeah, other reviewers, whatever, you're on crack.
No, I mean seriously. I mean we've kind of each kind of read certain reviews and people kind of like the film has like mixed reviews. Like some people praise it for being what it is. Other people are just giving it negative commentary in terms of again why was Godzilla revealed so late in the film? Like why didn't we see more of him?
I mean technically he was revealed quite quickly.
Yeah.
It's just that we didn't get to see all of them. People just get annoyed that they kept cutting to humans every time.
I know.
And you know what? I didn't mind it so much because I like the tease.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Okay. Alright, alright.
It was fine. I mean, every time that we got those little snippets of Godzilla, especially every time he was getting ready to fight one of the Mutos, and then it cuts to another scene. Like it got me really excited, really amped to go back into it again. So, but it was cool because I mean, I came into this movie fully understanding and knowing that Gareth Edwards, the director, was going to present this movie in a particular way. That was going to be centered around the human aspect of the film, and the Godzilla thing was going to be like the other. Ominous shadow in the background, but it's always there. So I was fine, that Godzilla wasn't shown all the time, because honestly, after a while, and I kind of noticed this a little bit even with Pacific Rim, is that if we see a lot of it, a lot of the...
you kind of lose interest.
Yeah, you kind of do. When you see a lot of the battles and a lot of, the creatures
and
all the time.
And especially if it's the same two creatures fighting in every scene... You were bound. This wasn't like Destroy All Monsters or Final Wars, where you got to see a plethora of monsters versus Godzilla.
Right.
There were two monsters, and they were not that much different from each other.
Yeah.
So one was female, one was male.
But again, yeah, exactly.
Gotta head to that construction site if I'm gonna find this Herman Schultz guy.
Oh my God, what am I doing?
You're ziplining there.
Oh jeez, really?
Yeah, you hit the right bumper. You zip line when you do that. Getting back to Godzilla, I think that cutting away from those fights, actually did us a favor.
Yep.
Because not for nothing, the way those creatures' anatomy were and the way Godzilla was, there's only one type of fighting they could have done, and it's not like it would have gotten repetitive and boring had we seen the same type of fighting every scene that they showed.
Exactly. So that's why I think the build up leading up to the major final fight sequence at the end was well planned out, well thought out. The pacing of
everything in this film. If you really sat there and watched the film and weren't sitting there going, when am I going to see Godzilla?
Right.
You'd appreciate that this was incredibly well written and well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline bit of the the father and son, the Bryan Cranston's character,
right?
In the beginning, losing his wife, that was a bit intense.
It was, man. I mean, I was feeling it all the way through, man. I mean, Jesus. Especially since it begins on kind of like a bit of a tender moment, again, with the son trying to surprise his dad for his birthday, and you get a sense that, they're a loving family, the relationship that they have at the beginning.
Although the father, I think, is a bit aloof. Or maybe it was purposefully done. Because... they get into the car. He sees the birthday thing.
Right.
They get into the car. They're talking. And then the wife goes, "Happy birthday," and goes, "Wait, it's my birthday?"
I know, right?
I don't know if he was trying to be funny, but it really felt more like he was aloof. Like he really didn't know it was his birthday.
Right.
But I like that about the character. It kind of made him more human.
Yeah, it did. So then it becomes really tragic when the wife dies in that unfortunate accident, which of course is a result because of the Mutos that are moving around and whatnot.
And then the transformation of Bryan Cranston's character from loving father to obsessed.
Yeah, that was really, it captured.
The best scene that captured it was his home. When after his son bails him out of jail, and he goes home, and you see his house is full of newspaper clippings, and like it looks like a conspiracy theorist's haven, and it's claustrophobic. The way they shot it, you felt like you were a claustrophobic recluse.
Yeah.
That feeling was very much there. And I think a lot of people didn't. I think people missed that.
Again, we were kind of talking about this before. Is that I think a lot of people going into this film were expecting nothing but just brawls left and right, and not so much human activity. And they once they saw that this is the way that this movie was going to go, some of them kind of felt disappointed. And again, a lot of it has to do with coming off of Pacific Rim,
and also never seen the 1954 film.
Right,
the 1954 film was practically the same way.
Pretty much. I mean, I think it was equally balanced.
Yeah, it was.
Original 54 between the humans and showing Godzilla and whatnot. But the thing about it is that a lot of people that go into this film thinking that it's just another monster movie, unfortunately, it's not that. I mean, there's a lot of rich history and there's a lot of reason why Godzilla is the way he is in that film. Yeah. Because I know exactly what Godzilla was all about.
Yeah, and even in the theaters, people were asking dumb questions.
Yeah, but again, it's the young crowd, unfortunately, that goes into thinking that all they're going to get is like Michael Bay type explosions and big battles and stuff like that. Well, you know what? There's a Transformers movie coming out in a few weeks, so you have that, pretty much.
Yeah, go see that.
This was supposed to. I have to make choices. Oh my god.
Well, no, this is basically a talk sequence. You can do every.
I go through everything anyway, right?
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. I mean, it didn't matter. I mean, you knew exactly what Godzilla was all about, so we knew exactly to a certain extent what to expect.
And here, I think people just didn't get, and it was plainly said, which is why it bothers me that people didn't get this. They set up Godzilla as a guardian god beast,
right,
of the earth. They said this dude has been walking around in the earth for ages.
Well, what's interesting about that whole aspect of the film that made it interesting is that yes, for the context of the characters trying to or put a definition to what Godzilla is, yet they kind of refer to him as being a god because he's supposed to be the restorer of balance within the film. These two creatures show up, they're upsetting everything, and that right there is kind of like harping on. It's a bit of a metaphor in terms of how humans and technology are just beginning to run rampant. In terms of how we're progressing with what we do, but at the same time we could be causing ourselves harm. And unfortunately, there isn't anything that we have right now, immediately at least, that can be a solution. So in this film, Godzilla represents that solution. Towards those two Muto monsters that appear.
I like the acronym too.
Oh, Muto, yeah, the
mutant, unidentified. Terrestrial organism.
Yeah. I thought that was actually pretty funny.
No one in there, right? I want to know who came up with that, because I know I would never have come up with something like that.
Yeah, it's the military's aspect that gave it the Muto names, but then it was the scientific note, the Ken Watanabe playing, Dr. Shirazawa, and his assistant that gave it, the name, which I like, that they used Gojira first. Right, and then they started calling it Godzilla. Although I still scratch my head as how did they go from Gojira to Godzilla so quickly? Calling him Godzilla. I mean, I guess
I think what it was is just simply they translated it. Like they figured like he was speaking Japanese when he said Gojira, and they just translated it to the relevant language, which was English.
Right.
You know, and you know the military, they're not, you know, they're just not gonna name this thing after a what you call it?
Yeah,
a Japanese name because it's U.S. military.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was a great film, guys. We loved it, you know, with all our hearts, and we give it praise. Although, you know, again, and I think a lot of people agree that, you know, that it really did turn out to be a very good movie anyway, for the fact that it did so well. I think it beat out
$93 million.
Yeah, but I think
in the weekend alone.
Yeah, but I think it did more than that, because I heard somebody say that it beat out what do you call this, Winter Soldier, as having, you know, the largest opening weekend.
I would have to say that's kind of, I believe it, because Winter Soldier was pretty, you know, it was
good.
It was a good film. Was good. Very popular characters. Yeah. But Godzilla has as much clout as Captain America. Yeah. In the hearts of Americans.
Oh, come on. I'm so bad, guys. So bad. Like, I wouldn't be a good Spider-Man.
Trust me, it took me a couple of days to get used to this.
Where is this thing that I'm looking? Okay, this thing is like right behind me. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Godzilla is gangster. Those last two moves he does, were the most gangster. I mean, granted, if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And it's just his trademark. Well, you know what we're talking about with his trademark.
I don't think I've ever seen
the way he done
ever finish off a monster like that.
Yeah, the second way he uses his atomic breath. Yeah, I was just like, damn, that's gangsta.
What is this?
Yeah, you can climb up there.
Yeah. Oh, the nice book. Awesome. So yeah, guys. I mean, this movie was absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm sure that there are other things that we want to say about it, but we just can't think of it right now because it's just kind of hard right now to remember some of the things that we want to say about it. And plus, you know, I'm trying to concentrate on playing this game. So
I mean, I think overall, you know, if you haven't seen the film, go see it. But please, please, please give it a chance. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna get a brawl film. You get it towards the end.
You kind of get it towards the end, but this wasn't supposed to be like a whole huge brawl movie fight.
Yeah, if you want that, I would recommend you go and get on Blu-ray Final Wars, Godzilla Final Wars. That was an all-out, drag-out, knockout brawl. It is a fun movie. It is a really fun movie. You know, definitely worth checking out. Yeah, this movie, it's a little more serious.
I hope you enjoyed our 2 cents on the Godzilla film. God, this is terrible. You know,
it's disorientating.
Yeah, it is.
It's very I'm like, you have to be Spider-Man to play this game.
Yeah. Definitely. If you haven't done it, man, you know, check out Godzilla. Give it a shot, especially if it's not your thing. You know, give it a shot. It's a really well written film.
Yeah, we want to see sequels.
We want to see sequels, absolutely, guys. So, you know, really, man, you know, check it out. Tell us what you think. You know, leave me comments, you know, on the bottom of this video. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, whether you love or hate it. You know, we don't discriminate.
Yeah, you know, just tell us what you think. If you guys are Godzilla fans yourselves, definitely let us know.
Yeah, if you disagree with us, or you're a Godzilla fan and disagree with our assessment, go right ahead and, you know, tell us why. You know, tell us why you disagree. You know, we'd love to hear from you, and, you know, we'd love to start a discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, guys. So, again, there was probably a lot more we wanted to say, but unfortunately, it's like right now, my attention span is like divided between like 47 different things happening on the screen right now, so I can't really talk that much or say everything that I wanted to say. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed, you know, our little chat, our little review of the Godzilla, you know, 2014 film. We might do more film reviews of other stuff that might be coming out real soon, or that we might be watching very soon, so stay tuned for that. As always, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave us comments, alright, guys? So until the next time, I'm Donnie.
And I'm Jose.
Stay safe and keep watching stuff, dudes.